So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how you could take an image, cut it out, maybe put it on a colour background or something to use as a banner. How you can also add text and things like that. Now I'd usually use Photoshop for this, but I found a little online piece of software that will let you edit your images. So it's called pixlr.com, and we're going to open up the advanced version. And then I'm going to open up image from computer and open up that Dalmatian. I want to see that a bit bigger, so if we just go view and zoom in, and then I'm going to use this lasso tool. I'm going to use that to cut this out. You could, if you wanted, if you got, it won't work in this case because all the colours are very similar, so that this white here is very similar to the background. If you'd say got a brown dog and a white background, you might be able to just use magic wand and it would automatically cut this background out for you. But we're going to use this lasso tool and then click on this polygonal lasso here. So all you do is literally click and drag. So you click in, go around to the next piece, and you can do this a lot tidier than I am. I'm just trying to do this quite quickly just to show you. So literally click, drag. Okay, so once you've got to there, you just join up with the original line. As you can see there, it's selecting itself. Now what we want to do now is we want to copy this, and then we want to paste this into a file that's the right size for our banner. So if we just go edit and copy, okay, and then we want to create a new image that we can drop that into. So if you remember, the size here needs to be 960 by 250, it's been suggested. So let me just write that down because I will forget that. So 960 by 250 pixels. Go back to this photo editor. So we're going to go file, we're going to say new image. So we want the width to be 960 and the height to be 250. Okay, so there we go. And what we want to do now is paste this image that we've already copied. We want to paste it into here. Oh, I've still got iMarquee on. Let's just get rid of that. So we go edit, paste. We can see we've got that dog in there now. And if we look over here, you can see that's pasted into another layer. So we've got the background here, and then we've got the dog on another layer, almost like we had two sheets of paper and the dog is on a piece of paper that's cut out on the top of the background, so literally you can move that around any way you wanted to. And we're just going to resize this a little bit. So if we go, I think it's edit, free transform, and then hold down your shift, stops it sort of distorting. Hold down your shift key and just resize that to the size you think. So I think I've still distorted that a little bit. So I'm going to try leaving it at that for now. And do we want to apply the changes? Yes, we do. Now if we go back to this background, let's say we want to put a colour on that background. So I'm going to come over here, click on this box, and because it's we're saying it's a green dog toys website, I'm going to try and pick a nice green, maybe kind of limey green. And then we're going to fill this background here. Remember, the dog is on a separate layer, so it won't be affected. Let's fill that. So we've got this, I think this is called like a paint bucket tool. Yep. Fill that with the green. And obviously you can see my dog is a bit rough because I didn't cut, no pun intended, a bit rough around the edges. What you can also do, which I know from Photoshop, is add these effects to these things. So it might be nice if you put a little glow around that. Oh, I didn't want that. Let's just undo that. Okay, it was this one I wanted. No, it wasn't layer styles, my apologies. So you want layer styles, which is one with like a little starbursty type thing going on. And we're going to put outer glow on there. Let's go for a white. And then if we play around, you can see now this, you can see what's happening here. So maybe take down the opacity a little bit. It gets rid of my jaggedy lines a little bit as well. So let's go for that. And obviously you can play around with the different effects there if you wanted to. And then let's say we want to add some text over here. We're going to add another layout. You click here. That means we won't mess up what we've already done. And go over here to the text tool, and we could start typing. So we might want to say green dog toy shop. And obviously pick whichever font you want to use. Let's try putting it in Arial for now. And we don't want it to be green, otherwise it's not going to show it up on the green background colour. So I'll just try making it black for now. I'm wondering if I can make part of that a different font. No, we can't. It's all got to be the same. So alter the size here. Maybe I want to put that in 2 lines. So just return that over. Let's make it slightly bigger again. Okay, so you can see how you've got some text there. Obviously, if I was doing this properly, I'd spend a lot more time on it and make this text look nice. I'd probably even add a logo in just here, but it kind of gives you the idea of what you can do. So let's say we're happy with that. We're going to save it. So we go File, Save, and it gives you options that it thinks is good here. So basically it's saying JPEG, good for most photos, PNG, transparent, good quality. So for this sort of thing, you either want to go JPEG or PNG. So let's go for a JPEG like it suggested. And I'm going to go for the best quality. And let's just call this dog banner. So we'll say OK. And we'll leave it in that dog images folder. Right, so we go back into our website. Instead of this image we've got here, let's choose that file instead. So choose file, we go for that dog banner and say upload. There we go. We're not going to bother cropping it because we've already made that the right size, so we can just say skip cropping and publish as is. We'll go save changes. Let's have a look. Okay, you can see the new banners in there, but because I've got this in here, I've already put green dog toy shop. Maybe I don't need a heading at the top here, so we can easily change that. So we'll go back, and if you can see the bottom here, you can say show header text with your image, so we'll take that off. And let's have a look again. So you can see now that heading's gone. I think I actually prefer that nice sort of Labrador image rather than this quick banner we've made. So I'm going to change it back. And you can see it's still kept that old image. So we're going to put the header text back in and put that image back on and save the changes. And there you see you've got the image in there. We've got our header text back up at the top.